What's up, you guys? My name is Hutch. I make videos, put them on the internet. 3 or 4 months ago, I signed up for a service called Blue Apron. And what it is they send you fresh ingredients and recipes to show you how to make some dishes that maybe you didn't know how to make before. Now, coming from someone who had no idea how to cook before all this, it's made the transition from cooking to not cooking like that much smoother. It's 60 bucks a week. You get a total of 6 meals, so 3 meals with 2 servings each. So if it's just you and your girlfriend or something like that, then it's a really good deal for people in that kind of situation. I do have a discount code in the description box of this video. I also need to tell you guys that this is a paid advertisement. I actually reached out to them and said, hey, I love your product. Are you interested in doing some kind of a sponsorship deal? And they got a hold of me and said, yeah, we're totally down. So if you guys are looking for 20 bucks off your first order, then check in the description box. And then let's just get right into it. Today we're gonna be cooking a little something called Korean bao sliders. This looks like this, and let's just jump right into it. First thing you're gonna do, which you don't see me do off camera, is start to boil a large pot of water. If you have one with a built-in strainer, that works better, but if you don't have that, that's fine. Just make sure you have a colander or a strainer. And then you're gonna dice up these sweet potatoes into 1/4 inch rounds. The next thing you're gonna do is cut off the root end of this scallion. Then you're gonna separate the white bottoms from the green part on top, and you just put them in separate bowls. Super easy. Next up, you're gonna peel and mince the ginger. I showed you guys a technique last time with the garlic where you kind of chop down into the ginger and then into the sides, and then it makes the mincing part pretty easy. This part's, I mean, this whole recipe is really easy, guys. You always want to be careful when you're cutting with a sharp knife to curl your fingers in. That's going to prevent you from cutting yourself. I've been working in the kitchen pretty regularly now for 4 or 5 months. I've never once cut myself using this technique. But the next thing on the list of things to do here is we're just going to small dice this cucumber into small little rounds. Once we're done cutting the cucumbers, we're going to move on to mixing the mayonnaise and up to half of the gochujang. Is that how you say that? Gochujang. I'm pretty sure that's how I say it. It depends on how spicy you like your food. I put the whole thing in there. That's not true. I put half of it in this, and then I put the rest of it in the ground beef, but you'll see that in a minute. Now we're going to make preparations for the sweet potato tempura. All you got to do is throw the flour that they give you in a large bowl and then mix it up with 5 tablespoons of water. Now comes the fun part. We're going to take our sweet potato rounds that we cut up earlier, and we're going to lather them up in the flour mixture that they gave us. Afterwards, we're going to place them on a medium non-stick pan that's been cooking on medium to high. You want to have like a thin little layer of oil at the bottom, and you just drop them in, let them cook 5 to 6 minutes on each side, and they're done. But just put them on a plate with a paper towel. Next up, we're going to prepare the ground beef. All you got to do is mix that up with the black bean sauce, the white bottoms of the scallions, not the green tops, the ginger, and as much of the remaining gochujang as you'd like. Again, I used the rest of it. It really wasn't that spicy, so if you're worried about this being too spicy, then don't, because it's pretty mild even with all that mixture in there. And yeah, you season it with salt and pepper, mix everything up, and it's ready to go. Once you prepare the ground beef, all you got to do is make 6 little patties after that. Super easy. Just mix them up into even amounts and then press them down a little bit. In retrospect, you guys will see at the end of the video, I made mine a little bit like too fat. They should have been thinner, like more like a patty itself. But they ended up cooking just fine. I had to cook one of them a little bit longer just because it was a little bit big. All right, we finally reached the last part of our cooking journey here. It only takes about 4 or 5 more minutes. Sticky buns only take like 3 to 5 minutes to get to be warm enough to use. All you gotta do is throw them in that strainer that I was telling you about, cover the top, and then let it steam for like I said, like 3 to 5 minutes. While you're doing that, you just throw the burgers on the pan, and you cook those 1 to 2 minutes on each side. And you're fucking done, boys.